Добрий день, everybody! My name is Masha, I'm Ukrainian, and now I'll tell you what I love in Ukraine. The first one is food. When you ask folks who just visited Ukraine what they loved the most, it's always the food. And I completely get it. The food here is seriously tasty. I am not exaggerating, just bragging. Here in Ukraine, we've always had a passion for good food. My top 5 picks: борщ, вареники, голубці, банош і котлета по-київськи. Give these dishes a shot. Just do it. I'm willing to bet that you'll be reaching out later to tell me how amazing they were. Let's talk for a minute about Ukrainians and mine, the all-time favorite, борщ. It's got 4 veggies, meat on the bone, a bit of tomato paste for the extra kick, served with black bread and lard. The taste combo will just blow you away. Every time I came back from a trip, I couldn't stop craving borщ. Seriously. I remember once my friends went to a month-long trip to Africa, and when we caught up, I had to ask how it went. And my friend goes, "Oh, amazing! I saw a lion and elephants. But you know what we craving at the end?" Do you have a guess? She said, homemade borщ with garlic bread. Listen, upon returning home, Ukrainians do not have blood flowing through their veins, but borщ. I can't believe you didn't know that. This is a well-known fact. Well-known fact. Well-known. Of course, Ukraine isn't just about traditional dishes. There are so many restaurants that make modern cuisine. Sometimes the menu can include dishes from different countries of the world and everything in one place and at a fantastic level. Back in the day, like 10 or 20 years ago, Ukrainian-style pizza was the queen of the restaurant scene. If a pizzeria opened in the city, it was the place where all birthdays were celebrated. It wasn't much like an Italian pizza, but all children dreamed of this pizza as a gift from fate. Nowadays, what's really trending is sushi and rolls. I have never been to Japan and have not tried the original dish, but what Ukrainians make here is a masterpiece. And you will cry at how much for the money that the dishes costs. Ukrainians have learned how to make it delicious. If you are or will be in Ukraine, be sure to try it. By the way, about money. Next thing that I love in Ukraine is prices. I can get by with $150 for my monthly food expenses. Renting apartments like mine in the capital costs around $300, and add another $50 to $100 for utilities. I spent around $550 a month on basic needs in Kyiv, in the biggest and the priciest city in Ukraine. To put it in perspective, in Poland, my parents and I could only rent an apartment in a small town for the same amount. Now you see why I'm so grateful for your generosity when you grab me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com or sign for a monthly subscription. $25 is nearly 20% of my monthly food budget. Thank you. And of course, I can't forget to mention my 2 favorite things: coffee and bus rides. I recently ordered a pumpkin latte at a coffee shop, something similar to what is prepared at Starbucks. It was very tasty and spicy, with sweetness and a special taste of pumpkin. And mind you, I paid $1.40 for it, even though it was one of the most expensive drinks on menu. And then it hit me. I'd be shelling out nearly for $6 for the same drink at Starbucks. That's quite a difference, isn't it? A latte in Ukrainian coffee shops typically goes for $1.20 or while $1.40, and in such small coffee shops in stores a latte costs even 80 cents. I remember that when I first came to Poland, I was surprised that there was a few coffee shops in the city. In Kiev, if you don't have a coffee shop within 5 minutes, you most likely live in the forest. So it turned out that coffee is expensive in Poland, and people, especially in small towns, choose to drink it at home. The price is on average from $2.50 to $3.50 per latte. In my view, these are standard European prices, and of course they can't quite compare to Ukrainian costs. And now very quickly about the public transport fee. It costs 20 cents. I can travel from one part of the city to another for a price of pack of tissues. Again, even in neighboring Poland, a bus ride costs almost $1. Check out my last vlog. I talk a little more about public transport there. In a nutshell, if you're making $1,000 a month in Ukraine, you'll be comfortable. If you're making $2,000 or more, you will live well and not have to hold back. What's your take on these numbers? Let me know. And we go to the next point. Third thing that I love in Ukraine is nature. There are places that will make you think it's a CGI masterpiece, but nope. It's just Ukrainian stunning natural beauty. Love mountains. Please, here are the Carpathians. Sure, it's not as towering as some global giants, but they're beautiful and cozy. Sea lover, 6 hours and you're in Odessa. The sea there called the Black Sea, but it's actually a gorgeous shade of blue. In summer the sea is very warm, pleasant and fragrant. Honestly, I wish I could teleport there right now. In addition, there are so many natural artifacts around that I have years of research ahead of me. One day my parents and I found an emerald lake. The water there was not just green, but preciously this light green color of emeralds. There used to be a quarry at this place, but it was flooded. There are many canyons of fantastic beauty. It seems to me that they haven't yet starred in the Hollywood movie with Tom Cruise very undeservedly. Or look at Tustan. The new season of Rings of Power or Games of Thrones, oh please not, could easily be filmed here. You know, I remember in childhood we loved to go into the wild during the summer. I was born in the city where apparently there was more trees than people, but as soon as the warm weather came, my parents and I took food, rugs and barbecue and went to the river bank. We left industrialized nature for wild nature. We grilled something, fished, played badminton and enjoyed the views. That's why I sometimes feel very cramped and can't breathe in the capital. On days like this, I run away for a while to my hometown to catch my breath. To be very frank, the war, actually Russia, not only made some places such as Lemurian Lake still inaccessible due to the danger in the region, but also stole my thirst for travel. In my head, I want to, but when it comes down to it, I feel the third of possible satisfaction. So I've put my travel dreams on hold until there's peace again. Look, sure, I love my country for its people. I'm honored to live at the same time as the Titans, to whom I owe my freedom. I'm proud to be Ukrainian together with all those people who protect my country and my life. I'm happy to talk about the hospitality of Ukrainians, which I have already talked about before. I'm happy to be Ukrainian among Ukrainians. I am. I truly am. I didn't bring it up separately because as much as I love Ukraine and its people, certain groups and their habits sometimes make life really tough for me. I think it's not something unique to my country, it's just the way it is. Well, it's very relevant to say here, Slava Ukraini! Glory to Ukraine! And I can already hear you writing to me, Героям Slava! Glory to the heroes! And I'm so grateful to you for this. I'm always delighted and touched when you write it to me. I hope you had a good time. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know. До побачення, everybody. See ya.